Hi, my name's Penny. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about some underrated books. So this is a prompt from the monthly recommendations group, which I will leave a link to down below. So firstly, I'm going to talk about the one which is probably the most obvious if you've watched my channel a bit, and that is the Kate Daniels series by Ilona Andrews. This is a 10-book series which follows a mercenary named Kate, who is in this future where magic has started to come back in waves. So when magic is working, technology no longer works, and when technology is working, magic doesn't work. And this has had quite a big impact on the world, and Kate Daniels is also always getting stuck in the middle of things. She also has a bit of family drama going on, and I just really love how fast-paced these are, but also just all the characters have become very dear to my heart. I just love how all the different things interact and come together. It's a great series and I never see anybody talk about it. So if you like paranormal stuff with a tiny bit of romance, kind of mostly mystery and action based, then really I wish you would consider picking this series up. Even now, the 10th book is coming out this month or has come out already, so you won't even need to wait to find out what happens. So then the next series I'm going to talk about is, I think it's called the Beldame Apocrypha series. Basically, the Gods of War Trilogy by Cameron Hurley. This follows a woman called Nyx, who is like a bounty hunter. This is kind of a theme of me liking these women who go out and fight. But even more than Kate Daniels, Nyx is really a bit of a screw up. She's often not a very nice person, but she also forms these really interesting and great relationships with the different people on her crew. She always seems to get wrapped up in this political intrigue and all this crazy stuff that's going on. Also really key in this world is all the technology is bug-based, which makes it kind of gross but really interesting. I kind of feel like if you like Throne of Glass, but you think Celaena's a little bit annoying with how perfect she is all the time, and you want something like similar in that you've got kind of this assassin type character, but much darker and much more gritty, then this is an amazing series. And again, I just don't see anybody talking about this series, but it's great. Then another one that I weirdly don't see anyone talking about is Opal, which was like the novella that was released to go between the Raven cycle, which the Raven cycle was really popular by Maggie Stiefvater, obviously. And of course you see people talking about the Raven cycle all the time, but Maggie Stiefvater is going to release another series following Ronan and Adam from the Raven cycle called The Dream something? I forget exactly. Anyway, that's going to be coming out, and Opal is this novella that kind of goes in between the two. And it is the most beautiful story. It's very short, but it is so lovely, and I feel like if you love the Raven cycle, then you definitely should read Opal. I really just don't understand why I haven't seen heaps of people talking about this. I can only assume people don't know that it exists. Or maybe I'm just watching all the wrong videos. If you have talked about Opal in a video, then please tell me that I'm wrong. Again, I knocked this down before too. Obviously, you might have noticed that this is a slightly new setup. I probably need a better way of putting my camera there because it's currently precariously balanced. Anyway, where was I at? Another book series I wanted to talk about is a graphic novel series, and that is the Lock and Key series. This is the 6th book. I've currently read the first 4 volumes, and the 5th and the 6th ones I have out from the library. I'm really excited to finish this series. I've just loved it so much, which, considering so many graphic novel series I've found very disappointing, the fact that I love this I think is a good sign, although maybe if you like all the other graphic novel series you won't like this. I don't know how stuff works, but I think I saw Book Roast talking about Lock and Key, but other than that, I haven't seen anybody really talking about it. And it is a really cool series. It has all these different keys that give people different powers. and there's all these mysteries, and some of the art. Ooh, I can't look in this one because I haven't read it yet and I'll see spoilers, but some of the art is really amazing, and I just don't know. This is the theme with this video. Like, I don't know why I don't see more people talking about this. If you like graphic novels, then especially ones that like have mystery and a bit of darkness and cool magic systems, you should read Lock and Key. Then the last one I want to talk about is Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. So Mira Grant is the pen name of Shawnee Maguire, who is pretty popular. Some of her books, at least, are pretty popular on BookTube. And Into the Drowning Deep is like a mermaid horror book. I mean, it is an adult book, so I can see why that might make it slightly less popular. Although I will also say, I did see a number of people putting this on their TBRs, but I haven't seen that many people who have actually read it. Maybe one person. Who was that? I don't know. But it's, even though I didn't maybe find it as scary as I was afraid, it definitely is a very scary mermaid concept. And it had some really cool characters, some really great representation. And I'm actually hoping that there will be more stories in this series. I hope it becomes a proper series because the mermaid concept was so interesting and I just want to know more about them. And mermaid books have been really popular on BookTube lately. Like, you see a lot of people talking about Sea Witch, Beneath the Surface, To Kill a Kingdom. There's quite a few like Little Mermaid retellings and different pirate and Sea Witch stories. So really, everyone should also be interested in Into the Drowning Deep, although I will say most of the ones I just mentioned are much like lighter, fluffier, romance type stories. So if you've read some of those and you thought, oh, I wish it was just a bit darker, then you might want to consider Into the Drowning Deep. I feel like a lot of the books I suggested were like, if you like this but you wanted it to be darker, because I do like books that are a little bit dark. So really, considering that I've just been talking about how I never see anybody talk about the books that I've just mentioned, if you have read any of those books, I would love to hear what you thought about them. Or if you have a BookTube channel where you have talked about any of these books, then please let me know and I would love to check you out. Otherwise, that's all from me today. So thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time.